Welcome, grandparents. It's been an amazing start to the school year already. And as you can imagine, with all of the COVID protocols, unfortunately, we haven't been able to have our Grandparents' Day. But just wait, because we have such an exciting day planned for you already. Our students and our faculty want to celebrate you and the investment that you've made into the hearts and minds and lives of our students. So, without any further ado, let me introduce you to our virtual adventure, Grandparents' Day style. Thanks for coming. Good to have you.
Welcome, grandparents. It's Grandparents' Day, and we got so much planned for you. It's a special day just for you. And we're going to start out with a poem. This poem is called Grandparents. It's by Stacy Smith. She's an artist, a writer, and a poet. Grandparents are special people
with wisdom and pride.
They are always offering their love and kindness
and are always there to guide.
They often make you feel
so confident and strong.
Their arms are always open,
no matter what you did wrong.
They try to help out in every way that they can.
They love all their grandchildren,
the same whether you're a child, woman, or man.
They are always there to listen
and to lend a helping hand.
They show you respect.
They try to understand.
They give the love, devotion, and so much more.
That's easy to see.
Grandparents, what perfect examples
of the kinds of person that we should be.
Grandparents, as you can see, we have a really good time in middle school. I gotta tell you, one of the most influential people in my life was my grandmother. I remember her picking me up from Montessori school, taking me to get some French fries and a vanilla shake. And I remember her actually quizzing me on spelling words each and every day. That was one of the highlights that I remember. Never would I imagine in 100 years that I would be the middle school principal and have an opportunity to build some of those same schools in our students. I am thoroughly excited that you had a chance to join us today. But I need to tell you, one of the most important elements of our middle school is our theme. And that is, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of self-control. That is especially important for us to remember in times like we're in right now. I got to tell you, in middle school, students are trying to find their way. And I think that the most important element that we can give them also is found in Proverbs 4:23. It says there, above all else, guard your heart, for everything that you do will flow from that. On a daily basis, we try to be mirrors of these young people and help them to be satisfied with who they see when they look in the mirror. Which brings us to the most important element of who we are, and that's what makes us distinctive at North Cobb Christian School. Some of our middle school distinctives come in the form of some of the programs that we offer. One program in particular is Pathways. Pathways is a dynamic program for our students in 5th through 8th grade, and it focuses on character, identity, leadership, and teamwork. Opportunity for students in Bible class every Friday to focus on some of those elements as they try to find and define who they may be in the future. It helps us to lead into the academy program that we have in upper school. One of the other distinctives that we have here is the Timothy program. When I came about 7 years ago, the Timothy program was a tremendous program that needed to be added to North Cobb Christian School, because here's what it offered. It offered the upper school students an opportunity to mentor a lower school or a middle school student. Imagine a big brother or a big sister that can come alongside of our middle school as they try to navigate life. It's been a huge element of who we are, and you might have an opportunity to see some of the photos from that amazing event. Two other things that make our middle school program distinct are advisor groups and clubs. Advisor groups are an opportunity for some of our amazing faculty and staff to invest in the small group time with some of your middle school students. Obviously, they need as much support and influence and encouragement as they can get. And advisor groups allows us to pick themes and topics that's relevant to today and what our kids are dealing with that can help them navigate that. Middle school clubs is one of the most dynamic aspects of our week. We do it every Friday from 2:20 to 3 o'clock. It involves 34 different clubs that are designed specifically for your young people. Just a chance for them to get cut loose. Everything from Mr. Williams' remote control car club to Contract Outdoor Adventures. Whatever we can do so that they can participate in something that they enjoy.
Good morning, grandparents. I'm Aaron Williams. I'm the Director of Student Development for the middle school. And we ask our students in middle school to use one word that best describes their grandparents and grandfriends. And here's what they came up with.
I appreciate everybody that's taken the time to watch this video. And I just want you to know that I'm Drew Tutton, that's my wife Dana. We are currently chairing the annual Grandparent Fund for North Cobb Christian School this year. We love North Cobb Christian for the atmosphere that it gives for our grandsons. We have 4 grandsons by our daughter and 1 grandson with our son that all 5 participate here at North Cobb. The staff, the environment, we just know that God's at work within the community here at North Cobb. That's why we have such a desire to do all we can to support their efforts as they move forward. The Eagles Annual Fund is the most important fundraiser we do all year here at North Cobb Christian, because it goes up and above the normal operating budget that tuition normally covers. It helps things like security for the campus, as well as classroom technology, lower and middle school science lab, and much more. Dana and I, as well as 2 other sets of grandparents, which is Joe and Carolyn Morrell and Butch and Barbara Sandage, had asked North Cobb if we could do a challenge and do a match up to $35,000 this year. What that means is that we, the three of us, are going to match dollar for dollar up to $35,000 on the Eagle Annual Fund. Our goal is to raise $70,000 plus this year and really set a precedence as what grandparents can do here in the North Cobb Christian School. So please join us as we take this challenge on, and remember, dollar for dollar, there's no dollar that will not be taken nor matched. You'll be receiving a letter in the mail which will go into more detail on our match and how you can give. Or you can go on to North Cobb Christian website, or just click on the link that you have in your email. You'll be receiving a letter more details and take you down the road so you can do that gift back for North Cobb Christian. We would like to thank each of you for taking the time to watch this and to participate this year in our Eagle Annual Fund. So join us to make a difference in 2020 and 2021 for our grandkids. Have a great day.
Big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Tutton for being our grandparent reps for this year's Eagles Annual Fund, and thank you to all of our grandparents for your faithful participation in that important effort every year. Helps so many things happen in a wonderful way here at North Cobb Christian School. I hope you've enjoyed this year's unique Grandparents' Day, which is coming to you virtually. We just appreciate your partnership and just so much thank you for the investment that you make in the lives of your grandkids. And this year we know has been abnormal with COVID, but just want you to know by God's grace we've had a very smooth year with very few issues related to the COVID. And I just really believe that kids need normalcy. So whether it's the academic program or all the things going on with athletics and arts and student life, the kids just seem to have a real sense of satisfaction and desire to be back here at the campus, and it's just been great to see them thriving through the first part of this school year. That's what's best for them mentally, physically, socially, and spiritually. So thanks for spending this time with us on virtual Grandparents' Day. We love you guys and hope to see you back on campus soon.
Grandparents, one last thing before you leave. I want you to remember this verse. 2 Timothy 1:7 says it so clearly. God gave us not a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and self-control. What an important statement for our grandchildren at this time in their lives. We thank you for your partnership. We thank you for your visit, and we can't wait to see you next year, 21-22 Grandparents' Day. God bless and stay safe.